Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Tannehill. I'm a lobbyist with Aaron Reed and Associates, and I'm CSEA's legislative advocate. Advocacy is an important pillar for all membership organizations and professional societies, but especially for CSEA because it gives a voice to the unique issues that impact enrolled agents. The CSEA Legislative Advocacy Team works year-round, not only to protect the enrolled agent profession, but to fight for sound tax policy and administration. In this video, I'd like to give a brief overview of how CSEA advocacy works, as well as highlight some of the important legislative and regulatory victories that were made possible by your contributions to the CSEA Legislative Action Fund. The CSEA Legislative Advocacy Team is a collaboration between Aaron Reed and Associates, CSEA staff, and the Legislative Affairs Committee. Throughout the year, the advocacy team diligently monitors both the legislative and regulatory landscape in California to keep track of the constantly changing world of tax policy. When issues that are relevant to enrolled agents arise, either in the legislature or with state tax agencies, the advocacy team works together to come up with a comprehensive strategy for achieving our policy priorities. Recently, because of CSEA's robust advocacy efforts, there's a growing awareness among legislators, regulators, and capital staff that EAs are California's tax experts. When CSEA issues a position on a bill or regulation, policymakers know it is well-researched and comes from an unbiased perspective. This position has allowed CSEA to make significant progress in achieving better tax administration laws. One of our most notable victories was the AB5 Dynamex exemption for enrolled agents. Because of our work, EAs were exempt from the harsh ABC test determining employee status. Hundreds of professions fought for a similar carve-out, but EAs were one of the few professions to be exempt from the new test initially. This exemption allows EAs to continue to contract with other businesses rather than be required to be an employee. CSEA advocacy has successfully opposed many bills that have threatened how EAs conduct business. For example, during the 2019-2020 legislative session, CSEA opposed AB 1140, a bill that would have imposed strict engagement rules on EAs that prepare individual returns. After several discussions with the author, Aaron Reed and Associates and the advocacy team, working with other opponents, were able to stop the bill from moving forward. Additionally, the advocacy team's vigilance in tracking policy trends means that CSEA can respond quickly to important issues. Last year at our annual Stern-Mulak Advocacy Week, our members were one of the first to warn legislators about the dangers of nonconformity with federal PPP rules. AB 80, which brought California into conformity, is a direct result of those meetings and CSEA advocacy. On the regulatory side, the CSEA advocacy team maintains constant dialogue with the state tax agencies to ensure that tax administration law is implemented correctly. Through LAF-supported events such as STALM and FTB events like Taxpayer Bill of Rights hearing, CSEA advocacy has been able to achieve valuable victories such as new administrative dissolution procedures for businesses and non-business entities and increased POA processing accountability. Going forward, to maintain our influence throughout California, it's important that CSEA members continue to support the Legislative Action Fund. Without the Legislative Action Fund, CSEA would not have been able to achieve so many important legislative and regulatory victories that protect your profession and result in better tax policy. From Aaron Reed and Associates and myself, we greatly value the ability to partner with such a dynamic and dedicated organization, and we look forward to many future legislative victories together.